Hi guys, it's Steve and Daniel Kakmak from McConnell Bourne. We're officially at the midway point for 2019 and we thought we'd check in and let you guys know how the Artarmon apartment and townhouse market has been tracking. Things got off to a little bit of a rough start at the beginning of the year, but it seems like Artarmon has come back in spades. There's been some really good activity coming through over the last few weeks, in particularly since the election. Now what we're seeing out there is that lending has really started to free up with the decisions around APRA have made with the assessment rate. Also with, just as of today, we've got yet another interest rate cut.
Which I don't think that banks are going to pass on this second cut. But
no, but I mean what that means is that it is going to be a little bit easier to get money as opposed to how it was, say, around February and March. Now, the interesting thing to note, which we may have mentioned to you guys, if some our listeners that have been with us for a little while, you may remember that last year, Artarmon Apartments saw a very, very, very tightly held in terms of turnover. There was only 66 apartment sales. Well, we're happy to say that has started to change. There's been a little bit more movement. So this time last year, Artarmon was stuck on 32 sales, whereas so far this year we've seen 42 sales, so 10 extra properties have come to the market.
That's a jump of 23% for the first half of this year. We were constantly coming and saying that the number of transactions are down, the number of transactions are down. It means that there has been a big push from people wanting to secure properties in the area. Look, obviously with what the area has to offer, there's always demand, but at the moment we are finding a lot of first-time buyers, a lot of investors coming back out there since this government change as well. But what's interesting is the low level of stock we're currently experiencing on the market.
The properties that we were selling at the beginning of this year, it was evident we were averaging anywhere between 10 to maybe 16, 17 per open. Our last three sales, we have actually seen those numbers come up to about 20 to 30 per open home. So what that means is, as Steve said, there's more buyers coming back into the market, which is leading to more activity and more competition. And there's still a very, very big shortage of stock. In fact, there's only 7 properties on the market in Artarmon at the moment, which is historically low.
Yeah, I mean, look, it is winter, and they always say that in springtime things will pick up. But if what we're forecasting is correct, and if there's a huge glut of properties that come on to beat that spring rush in August or even in September to couple with spring, we might see the buyer pool diluted a little bit, whereas at the moment we're seeing at least 2 to 3 buyers for every property, which is a change from what we're experiencing at the beginning of this year. Yeah,
so if you had any thoughts on doing something this year, particularly if you were looking at upsizing, the next 3 months are going to be rather critical. If you were to map it out correctly, there's some great results to be had. Please feel free to give us a call. We're happy to have a chat with you about the next course of action.
Thanks guys, have a great afternoon.